Yggdrasil, a colossal tree, appeared in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and it only took 9 days to cover the skies. Some people thought it was a blessing, while others argue it was a sign of the end of the times. And do you want to guess who was correct? Damn right, it was the pessimists. On the 9th day, calamity fell upon Earth. Monsters appeared out of nowhere and started killing everybody. But if monsters enter the picture, you already know what we can do too. In this work they are called raiders. Now before we advance any further, let's take a look at a special scene from episode 0. As most of you know, episode or chapter 0 is almost like a trailer, like a chapter that sometimes gives you spoilers. But look at this. Reminds you of anything? Hell yeah, I would call it Attack on the Viking, or whatever that is. I would like to take this time to tell you that if you want to read this work, go over to Webtoon. Not only this work but many others, you have endless choices. With tons of genre to pick from like fantasy, superhero, supernatural, I'm sure you will be entertained for a very long time. So, head over to Webtoon and start your reading now. Now back to our main character. He's a brawler. I guess in this world there's two types of awakened, the brawler and the mage type. And while he had 97% aptitude for magic, something never seen before, he decided to go with brawler. Really smart this one. Now this one day he's hired to be a meat shield on a dungeon, and by chance, or not, he discovers a mythical item. Just like many of us, since he got the chance of selling it and being rich for the rest of his life, he decides to do just that. But unfortunately, because of some unforeseen circumstances, he uses the item, and after a near-death experience, he's returned to the past to his old school days. Now obviously there's more to it, but I don't really want to tell you, because that wouldn't be fun. Even though this seems like a pretty average story, let me tell you that it's not. There's tons of subplots and other things that keep the story moving, like for example the fact that his own father wants to kill him. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect that. Now, as you may have guessed, I quite love stories like this, especially when the main character takes full advantage of the fact that he knows the future, and goddamn I love his set of skills. I read a little bit of the novel because I was curious as to where this manual was going, and let me tell you, it's good. A few more things that I would like to add about our main character as well. He's quite badass, he doesn't back down from anyone, he also hides his skills and only shows what's necessary, which I quite enjoyed. His end goal is pretty similar to most of this type of manhwas, where he wants to change the past, but there's definitely some different twists that make this story more enjoyable. Now, as you may have guessed, this is a work I enjoyed a lot, and honestly I think you will too. Even though it seems pretty generic, it's much more than that. And I bet it will change even more in the future. As I mentioned before, if you want to read this, head over to Webtoon and give it a try. The link will also be in the description to help you out. That's it from me, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week.